So it's another week with another WARNO Dev Blog. Obviously we've had the MURAT update this week, so everybody is busy playing that right now. So before we get into the Dev Blog today, I just wanted to put out there that SD League are planning a charity tournament next weekend. That's the 14th and 15th. On the 14th it will be a charity tournament for SD2, Steel Division 2. And on Sunday the 15th it will be a WARNO tournament, again for charity. And the charity in question is Action for Hunger, and I'm sure that's something we can all get behind. Not only will there be the tournament, but we're also hoping to get some games against the Eugen dev team. So make sure you all stay tuned for that next weekend. And obviously anyone who is interested in taking part in that tournament, I will leave a link down below in the description, and you can hop on board with that if you so choose. But on with the blog. Eugen are still hard at work on further updates and changes. They're wrapping up on MURAT and getting busy for the next milestones, LANers in particular, and they have a couple of things which will be launching sooner. For example, the T62 family tree will be releasing. So the T62M is the basic variant with a gun-fired 9M117 ATGM, the T62MK command variant of the above tank, the T62M1, which is the same as the T62M but without an ATGM, and the T62MV, which is the same as the T62M but with additional armor. Now, the sad news to come along with this is that the T62 will replace in its entirety the stock of T64 in both Soviet divisions, which is a real shame because I really like the T64. This leaves with a more realistic lineup of the armed forces, as there weren't any T64s in the 8th Guards army, arrayed even in Eastern Germany. So this means that the Warsaw Pact player will get access to cheaper armor to augment the already existing heavier, more expensive tanks, but will lose out in the T64 with the lovely missile, which is a shame. The 79th Guards Tank Division will only get one card of the T62M1, and in real life this formation didn't have any officially in 1989, but kept some off the record for training. In other words, Eugen feel they need it for balance reasons. Then, for the 39th Guard Motorized Rifle Division, they will get the full arsenal of T62s, with one card of each variant. Historically, in 1985, this formation had more T62s than T80s, but by 1989 they had replaced their older variant with the more modern advanced tank. It's unclear if all were replaced, hence the lineup. That's not all, we are also working on implementing the gorgeous Su-27S fighter into WARNO. It will be added to the 39th Guard Motorized Rifle Division, totting quite the loadout with no less than 10 anti-aircraft missiles, including 6 R-73 short-range and 4 R-27R long-range missiles. And finally, the GAZ-66 transport will finally receive its proper model. But beyond the updates to new models and units, we also have further new content coming. They are actively reviewing community feedback and comments, specifically at the moment about unit cost, and if some units are too cheap or too expensive. And that means they are working on a new way of calculating a unit's price that's more refined, tied to the combat power. For instance, the Leopard 2A3, although inferior to the US and Soviet counterparts, the M1AHA and the T80U, should not have such a significant price disparity. Expect a massive overhaul on unit prices soon, starting with planes and SPAG, that's the self-propelled anti-aircraft guns, and then main battle tanks, and then further units, and so on and so on. And the final thing to comment on is the fact that they are still working on completing all of MURAT's towed weapon animations. And once these are done, they're done and they can add them, but it might still take some time, and the work that is done now will pay off in the long run because it will speed up implementing new units in the future because they will already have the animations in place. Basically what they're saying, beating around the bush a little bit with it, is that towed units are going to take a little bit longer than they originally planned, and we're still going to be waiting a while. I'm still not entirely sure why they don't just say that and why they've done it in this rather twisted roundabout way, but that's for them to decide. But thanks for tuning in everyone, that is a very short dev blog this week. Please all do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned this week for the new May tournament games in the MURAT patch. We'll be seeing how the pros are playing with this forward deployment stuff. And I would just like to remind everyone again that there are going to be charity tournaments next weekend on the 14th and 15th of May. The 14th is going to be SD2 and the 15th is going to be WARNO, and we are hopeful that Eugen will be joining in with that, and we are going to play some matches against the devs. Again, the link is down below, and I'll see you all soon.